Good morning, 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 good morning. Priestess Hannah of the Forgotten Goddess dances with her bird, S-U-N, the sun. First and foremost, to my willingly loving allies and armies, please increase in hygiene in public. Wash your hands with soap and water. Disinfect with hand sanitizer, rub with soap and water and hand sanitizer, and not only hand sanitizer and water, but if you have a special liquid, that liquid, jelly, liquids, jelly, liquids, drink upon this licks. Wash your hands and rubs, because there's microbes out there, babe. And there's germs, and there's bacteria back at you clean. Get dirty, but get back clean. Welcome to this third event with yours truly, Priestess of the Goddess. And I'm gonna do a little bit of stretching. Woke up a bit moody this morning. Said, I would love to have a big star hug, a hug like never before. That's what I would need, but I'm grateful, thankful that my rent is paid, that my electricity bill is also paid, rent is paid in full, and got coffee. That is incense to burn for the forgotten goddess of many names. One of the most sacred, she dances with her brother son, many names, across many different ages and empires and nations. Mother Nature, who dances with her brother son to make, create, and produce all the fruits, the vegetables, and the legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, or maintain civilization. Because everybody gotta eat. Even Wall Street, because everybody gotta eat. Even Wall Street, because everybody gotta eat. Even Wall Street. So please, Wall Street, buy, trade, sell, buy commodities, futures, options, puts, Forex, oil, short stocks, penny stocks, big dollar stocks, big stocks, established order of things, stocks, big stocks, 10 decades, decade-old stocks, 30-year-old stock, 40-year-old stock, big stocks from the 50s, 60s, still rolling, rock and roll stocks, new stocks. If you buy, sell, trade, make $1 million. Profit on the stock market today. Please give 10%. 10% of $1 million is 100,000 divided by 4, and give 25,000 for food security, 25,000 for women's sports leagues, 25,000 for LGBTQ youth services, and 25,000 for the environment, maybe to plant a tree. That is my call, Priestess of the Goddess, HANNH, call to the Wall Street, buy, sell, trade stocks. As I'm sitting on this red chair, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I'm just gonna stretch a bit. Let's stretch, because this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And before do stretch, can I say thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Some farmer harvested this fruit of the dancing goddess, who dances with a brother son somewhere in the world, somewhere when the fruit, just like all the other fruits, vegetables, and legumes, was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother sent to make and create all the fruits, vegetables, and legumes that our brothers and sisters, farmers, harvest for us to make, upgrade, or maintain civilization somewhere in the world. So love you, kiss you, farmers of La Belle Province, of Quebec. Love you, kiss you, farmers. You rock, and we build, maintain, and upgrade civilization, because everybody gotta eat, even Wall Street. And this black coffee bean, was made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. Initially made from the black fertile earth with a golden sun rays, golden sun, and the water would trickle down to fertilize the black fertile earth and mix it with the sun rays and the sun rays and the sun rays. And by that dance of the goddess with her brother sun, the black coffee bean was created and made and produced from a red berry. Wow. And all the potatoes, the legumes, the rutabagas are made and created and produced by that same dance, and are harvested by my brothers and sisters, farmers, who harvest those fruits for us to make, upgrade, or maintain civilization, hopefully upgrade it. Upgraded, rated, upgraded. Calling all willingly living to the dancing goddess army. Yours truly, priestess of the goddess's dream. As I thank the farmers, thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, butchers, truckers, bakers, doctors, nurses, daycare workers, farmers, butchers, bakers, cooks, railway workers, those bus drivers, warehouse workers, dock workers, knock, love you, kiss you, hug you. Those delivering, of course, in the truckers, the food. How many kilos of coffee is being delivered now in trucks across this collective North American civilization, across North America? And love you, kiss you, hug you, big hugs, because that's what need now. Big hug, a big stretch, because this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Because this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And today, I'm gonna say thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, for the food, the farmers who harvested this black coffee bean, and of course the truckers who transported how many tons? I think there's 1,000 kilos, 10,000 kilos, 5 tons, 10 tons, going east, west, north, south across Canada, U.S., Mexico. From could be on the railways, could be on the tracks, choo-choo trains, freight trains. How many divided percentages? 30 of the coffee, XYZ. There's a definite knowledge and answer. We can speculate on prior known information. I know a little bit, I'm a piece of dust. Dancing dust nonetheless, with some brain and some muscle, with some muscle and some brain, with some art and some loving and some dancing. But admit that some things I'm mediocre, at other things I am average, at some things I am so, while maybe even useless at some things. Perhaps better just observe and cheer on at some things. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Cheer you on, love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers, cheer you on. Love you, kiss you, hug you, truckers, cheer you on. Thank you, love you, kiss you, hug you, construction workers, love you, kiss you, hug you, cheer you on. Thank you, love you, kiss you, daycare workers, love you, kiss you, cheer you on. Thank you, love you, kiss you, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, love you, cheer you on. Love you, kiss you, hug you, nurses, doctors, and the daycare workers, love you, kiss you, cheer you on. Thank you, those farmers, the butchers, the truckers, the butchers, butcher them up. Thank you for that bacon, yep. So I'm grateful that your story's rent is paid in full, fully paid, and encourage and advise. And all my allies and armies too. With consent and hygiene. Hug like you never hugged today. With consent and hygiene. Hug like you never hugged today. With consent and hygiene. Hug like you never hugged before. Today, with consent and hygiene, hug like you never hugged before. Today, with consent and hygiene, hug like you never hugged before. With big hugs. Oh, let's stretch a bit. The body and the mind and the spirit. Triple. The mind, the body, and the spirit. A trilogy. Yes. Woke up moody, you know. I start doing cleaning a bit, making my bed, 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 cleaning a bit. Not too orderly, to be overly obsessed with order, but a little bit of balance, a little bit of equilibrium. There's new light and life and light to try to draw. But light and life and light is shutting down now. All that light and life and light from the sun, the brother of the goddess with whom she dances to make, create, and produce. All the fruits, vegetables, and legumes that me and you eat. The potatoes, the rutabagas, and the fruits, the bananas, and the oranges, and this black coffee, and all the grain, the wheat, and the barley is made, produced, and created, initially by the dance of the goddess with her brother the sun. All the fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced by the dance of the goddess D.G.A.sign with her brother the sun. And the sun, now it's 10:43 a.m. in the morning in Hawk Island, Montreal, on this North America, the collective North American civilization, Canada, USA, Mexico. The sun from coast to coast is shining, shedding light, as a matter of fact, and also on the continent of Africa. Africa, the Middle East, and Europe, it's getting their sunset, but they still get some light from the sun at this point in time, as it is 5:44 p.m. in City of the Pyramids, my home in the past life. Many past lives, many incarnations. Now here today in Hawk Island, where I was born a few lives before. So I came back home again in this Hawk Island, Montreal, which is an island metropolis in this North America. And we have two oceans. That way is the Atlantic east, that way is the Pacific west. And coast to coast, now the sun sheds so much light and life. Maybe there's clouds somewhere, maybe there's storm somewhere, there's rain, yes. But from coast to coast, generally the sun is shining light and life and light and heat. From coast to coast, from the Maritimes, the Atlantic, from New Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, Labrador, Newfoundland, all the way to the west coast, to British Columbia and Vancouver and British Columbia, and Vancouver, British Columbia, down south, continuing down to my brothers and sisters in the USA, in Seattle, Washington State, San Francisco, California, LA, and all the way down to the middle and back east and west, and from the Canada coast to coast, USA coast to coast, Mexico coast to coast, Guatemala coast to coast, El Salvador coast to coast, and Panama coast to coast, Honduras coast to coast, Costa Rica coast to coast, Colombia coast to coast, Peru coast to coast, Bolivia, Venezuela, Brazil, Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina, Peru, and the Suriname. So all North America, Central America, and South America on the islands, and even the African continent, and the European continent, mostly the western part, and of course that way, the Middle East, mostly the west. The sun is still shining and it's still sunset, and that dance as the sun rises and sunset continues. The sun rises and sunsets. There's always a sunrise and there's always a sunset somewhere in the world. So please, 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 if you do make a million on the stock market today, buy, sell, trade stocks, futures, options, puts, contracts, do give 1 million. From 1 million profit, give 10%, which equivalates to 100,000. 1 million, 10% of what million is 100,000. Please give. For food security, 25,000. For LGBTQ youth sports, 25,000. For women's sports leagues, 25,000, and 25,000 for the environment. I'm gonna do a little bit of 10 minutes stretching. Let's stretch. I'm gonna take the chair on the chair, and we're gonna stretch on the chair. Do a little bit of stretching. Take the body without question. Everybody ask a question. On the left and right we sing it like this, like a helicopter. Yeah, we go with the hands like a bird chopper, like the crows and the butterflies, like the rows of the pigeons, like the creatures flying in the sky. And we turn the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose, and we stretch a bit from the left to the right, from the right to the left, from the left to the right, and the right and the left. We stretch the toes. We stretch. My children stretch with a left, and we clean, and we cook And we thank and we say and we cheer the farmers on. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, truckers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, butchers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, nurses. Thank you, love you, kiss you, doctors. Thank you, love you, kiss you, daycare workers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, butchers and the bakers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, construction workers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, warehouse workers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, those construction workers. Thank you, love you, kiss the workers of this Hydro Quebec. Thanks to whom doing clean, renewable, zero pollution energy that your story is utilizing to function, to brew the coffee, to do art, philosophy, art, and call all willing living to the dancing goddess. The dancing goddess. Army, yours truly's dream. Stretch right and left. What is the dancing goddess army? The dancing goddess army is yours truly, Priestess Hannah's dream to institutionalize, create the International Integrated Dance League. Integrated now will be an all gender, all ages, all sexual orientations inclusive dance league. International Integrated Dance League. The Dancing Goddess Army. Throw that D.G.A. up, D.G.A. Throw that D.G.A. up. In order to be an institution in parallel and integrated with all existing institutions and organizations, and to be for pleasure and purpose. To be for pleasure and purpose. To be for pleasure and purpose. The Dancing Goddess Army, officially the International Integrated Dance League. International Integrated Dance League, official name, the Dancing Goddess Army. Put the hat, put the fists up for the D.G.A. Throw it up. Rihanna, I love you, Lala. But please, you already got your millions, made you rich. Let Hannah dance at the Super Bowl. Let Hannah dance at the Super Bowl. Let Hannah dance at the Super Bowl. Type Super Bowl. Make it Hannah, rainbow. Yep, make it rainbow with some scarlet. Kiss and hug and do the scarlet. Do the trick. This, you already made your millions. Why you do so selfish? Habit. To raise funds, I'm calling for the organization, substitution, allies, and armies, so that for the D.G.A. to be integrated with all existing institutions and organizations, and to dance at the events, public events, governments, meetings, afore meetings, during halftime meetings, to dance for pleasure and purpose, and with other organizations environmentally friendly, environmental, for environmental action, for climate change, for education and action. For example, the education too, how can we as individual citizens and as the collective can improve in better recycling, right? Sometimes we have questions. Does it go in the recycling? Does it go? Or the compost? And of course to do the dance for the goddess Mother Nature, Mother Nature rocks. Dances with her brother sun, that's what's up. Mother Nature, Mother Nature rocks. Dances with her brother sun, that's what's up. Mother Nature, Mother Nature rocks. Dances with her brother sun, that's what's up. Click and clack. Talking lollipop. Do the squat and do the twerk with some work with some goal up in this purpose up, purpose love, purpose tick and talking on the clock. Do some move with the body, do some rhythm with the body, do some kissing with the consent and hugging. So the dancing goddess army is the dream of yours truly, priestess of the goddess G.O.D.D.S.S. who dances with her brother sun, priestess, yours truly of the goddess, the world's greatest living dancing dancer, rainbow dancer in this month. Best dancer. On rock and roll, pop, rap. Priestess Hannah gonna rap and say to the goddess, that's what's up. I say goddess, they retarded, I go retarded, regardless about it. Go kiss and hug it and flaunt it and kiss it and push up and hawk it and squat it. D.G.A. throw it up, D.G.A. throw it up, D.G.A. throw it up. Dancing Goddess Army. Dance, dance, dance for the environment, for pleasure and purpose, and the Dancing Goddess Army is the dream. To be integrated with all existing institutions and organizations, and of course to dance, organize dancing events with for pleasure and purpose. Purpose for the environment, addressing climate change issues and taking action like planting trees, while you're slowly with a dance in between, cleaning the oceans, cleaning the oceans, cleaning the oceans, with a dance here and there, with a left here and there, with a death here and there, with a death here and there, with a truth and there, with a get dirty, get back clean, gotta get those muscle, and that action is required, isn't it? The action is required. Some brain and some muscle, but the action is required. We gotta clean, we gotta do, we gotta plant trees, we gotta do X, Y, Z's, we gotta do Y, Z's, Y, and we gotta love, because love is action. So with consent and hygiene today, allies and armies pledge your allegiance, legions, allies and just pledge your allegiance, legions, allies and pledge your allegiance, legions. Hug like you never hugged before. Ah. And encourage all to work out, to train, to exercise today. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will continue to be my medicine of choice. So encourage all for hygiene in public. Please wash your hands in public when you go in and out of a bank, of a store, of a grocery store, of a mall, of a school. Just increasing hygiene. Wash your hands with soap and water or hand sanitizer, because there's bacteria, microbes, and germs floating around XYZ round about us. And I can always do better. I'm not perfect, far from it. Got some issues, got some vices. Woke up moody, wake up moody. No, can afford a massage therapy. No, cannot afford massage therapy. Can afford a massage therapy. And the Pope and the Vatican, they got their money. And the Pope and the Vatican, they got their money. And the Pope and the Vatican, they got their money. And they don't say God is, God is, God is. I say God. That's when they say God, because the equation otherwise is not complete. The equation. 2 plus 2 equals 4, but that doesn't mean we gotta write 2 plus 2 equals 4 in only black, or only white, or only red, or only green. Priestess of the Goddess, I write it in black and white and all the colors of the rainbow. I write the 2 in green, the plus one line in black, the other in white, and the other 2 I write it in red, and the equal sign I write one line in black, the other one in white, and the 4 one line orange, one line pink, and one line purple. So integrate, incorporate, infuse with the black and the white, all the colors of the rainbow in the equation. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Meaning, as a universal revolutionary centrist, that brains and muscle is required in the building of civilization, has been required and will be required. And action is required. Action has been required in my own healing. Yes, I can be toxic, I can stand myself. Why do you feel moody? I wish I can afford a massage therapy. They already got your money, Riri. You already got your money, hey. Why you so selfish? Why you so selfish? Why you so selfish? You got your millions and billions. You got your millions and billions. You got your millions and billions. Well, I got kisses. I got kisses. I got kisses. From the goddess by the trillions, by the trillions, by the trillions. Pledge your allegiance, legions, if you wanna kiss millionaire, kiss millionaire, kiss millionaire. Kisses God. And my art rap just half proven his gold, and philosophy is diamonds and gems and precious stones. You gotta stretch the neck. Ah, oh, feels so much better. Woke up moody, said, oh, what am I gonna do? I know what to do. Take action. I'm knocking the doors, knocking the doors, knocking the doors, even if no answer, nobody's watching. The rent's paid. I'm grateful, thankful that the rent is paid. And millions deserve to hear this. With consent, hug like you never hugged before today. Millions deserve to hear this. With consent, hug like you never hugged before. With consent, today, hug like you never hugged before. Best hug ever. And if you're an ally in the army, if you're truly Priestess, HNH Priestess, Hannah of the Forgotten Goddess, that dances with a brother's son, you get hugs, you get kisses, you get dance, move, Buster freezes, Buster lips, the wind is blowing, Buster dance, the wind is showing, golden showers from the brother, golden showers from the brother, golden showers from the brother, of the sun with a clean, 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 with a spleen, with a twist, from the hips, from the bliss, from the legs, from the hiss, from the cooks to the butchers, the farmers, yeah we love 'em, and the truckers, yeah we salute 'em, and the truckers, yeah we salute 'em, and the truckers, yeah we salute 'em, yeah we love 'em, and we hug 'em. Yeah, the butchers and the cooks. Yeah, the workers in construction. Yeah, those plumbers. Yeah, those plumbers plumb it up. Yeah, those electricians. Got the electricity already. Gotta watch it on the news of sports. Millionaires got a Wall Street. Wall Street, everybody gotta eat, eat. On the Wall Street, please, please give more, please, please, less selfish ass licks, licks. On the quiz, quiz, actions, love, licks. For world peace, peace, peace. The Dancing Goddess Army, calling all willing living to support the Dancing Goddess Army. International integrated dancing to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations, and to be based on a public-private partnership, and of course the theory known as the DRT, the Debt Refusion Theory, and the CIT, Citizen Integration Theory, and the Democratic Fusion Theory. The Trinity of theories implemented via a fourth dimension. A fourth dimension is I cannot hear you saying nothing. I don't hear nothing. Close my eyes. I don't want to hear nothing about it. If it's not about LOV, love is action. Not just blah blah blah. I can hug, I can kiss, I can read, I can dance, I can massage, I can cook, I can cook, I can cook, I can think, I can think, I can be grateful, do, receive pleasure, and give pleasure. Receive pleasure and give pleasure. Receive pleasure and give pleasure. Receive pleasure and give pleasure. Because this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And how do we invest in it? Good hygiene, good hygiene, good hygiene, and cleaning, getting dirty but get back clean, and cooking, and cleaning, and working out, and training, and exercising. That's how we invest in the body. And now no money to buy, sell, trade stocks, buy, sell, trade stocks, futures, options, forex, 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 trade puts, options, stocks, buy, sell, trade stocks, buy, forex, Mexican pesos, US dollars, trade currency, foreign exchange, pork bellies, oil, gold. But to invest in the body, do a stretch, do an hour walk, go for a walk. Yes, I get moody, I admit it. Yes, I get upset, I admit it. Yes, I have been stressed, I admit it. Yes, I'm not perfect, I admit it. Yes, I've been jealous, I admit it. Yes, I've been a piece of shit, I admit it. Yes, I've been a piece of shit, I admit it. Yes, I've been a piece of shit, I admit it. I like to play some with consent and hygiene, some BDSM switch sometimes. With consent and hygiene, I like to play BDSM switch sometimes. With consent and hygiene, I like to play BDSM switch sometimes. Increasing hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. And if I see you working out, training, and exercising, I will cheer you on. Dragon became Dragan. Why, 300 workouts, celebration. Yes, bravo, way to go, do some more. Bravo, the way to go, do some more. Bravo. Do some more than 300. Officially turn the A or the surname into an O. Officially turn the A of the surname into an O. Officially turn the A of the surname into an low, bro, show, flow, goddess, rainbow, holiday, let's go, Rihanna, Rihanna, make way for the Hannah, the Super Bowl, you're the rich hoe, why you so savage, bro, you made your millions, bro, Rihanna, make way for the Hannah, to dance like no other, you know that, it's a factor, make way for the Super Bowl, halftime, the show for the Hannah, let's go yo, D.G.A.sign, dancing got his army, where the legions yo. With consent and hygiene, mutual understanding and love, make love today. Hug like you never hugged before, work out like you never worked out before. As I am carpe diem it every day, as I am carpe diem it every day. As I am carpe diem it every day. Died during COVID, although triple vaccinated, open for business. Was very sick the first time that I had it. Was like death, pestilence, and disease. The first time, the second time was milder, and the third time a few weeks ago when isolated was even milder. So even milder, even milder, even milder. So isolated and triple vaccinated. I had COVID 3 times. The first time was the hardest, and was less bad, then even less bad. So it decreased in intensity. But please increase in hygiene. And hygiene in public is important, because when we step outside of our private room offs and temples, although do desire wish something bigger. How about that Westmount house that's been left for 7 years? Desolate, decaying, decrepit, decaying, desolate, lonely, and decaying. Between 57 Belvedere and 53 Belvedere, there's a house with a green roof that's been there for more than 7 years, more than 7 years, more than 7 years. Left decaying, left desolate, left decrepit. It needs love, and love God, and love is action. That's what's up with kisses, because love can be only blah 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 up in organizations, proposals, closed doors, upset and depressed and suicidal. I've been depressed and upset and suicidal. I've been depressed and suicidal and upset have I been. I get moody, cannot afford the massage therapy, and I get moody. Why they so selfish? They got the millions and the billions, and they wanted to start a school like it was nothing before COVID, nothing that I wanna go back to, wanna go just forward. They just saying nothing else a rainbow. And I admit in some things I am mediocre, bro. But other things I am average so-so. But some things I am so average mediocre. I admit it. Philosophy, poetry the best. I am the best poet and the best dancer, that's for sure. And God is, I say it. Hug today like you never hugged before is the main message after all the blah blah that I say. Hug today like you never hugged before is the main message. Because that's what I could use. Good. Oh yeah. Good hug for the body, because this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. This body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And how do we invest in it? By taking care of it, by working out, by training, by exercising, by working out, by training, by exercising, by working out, training, and exercising, and hygiene. And I'm grateful, thankful. Although moody that I cannot afford a massage therapy, I'm grateful, thankful that got a bathtub and got water. And thank you, love you, kiss your workers, past, present, and future of Hydro-Quebec. I'm able to heat that water because my electricity bill is paid and my rent is paid, and I can substitute and take a bath. A long bath, more than an hour long, more than an hour and a half, even more than 2 hours long. Bath, a hot bath, and relax and substitute a more affordable way to getting that massage therapy session. But I offer to my willing, loving allies and armies, but you can say no to my offers, or I want nothing to do with your offers, nothing to do with your offers, blah, blah, blah. Don't gossip about me. I'm not perfect. I am mediocre at some things. I am average at other things. I am so-so at other things. While also being super excellent at dancing. And the best kisser. One of the best kissers. Because y'all out there are good kissers as well. But I'm learning the art of love and the art of kissing every day from a goddess. And kisses got by the plenty. 718 trillions of kisses. Credited from the Queen of Heaven who sent one kiss. And that one kiss trickled down and turned into 718 trillions of kisses. Credited to the goddess, the sister of the goddess of heavens above, to her sister below, who dances with her brother's son. And those kisses were credited to yours truly, priestess of the goddess. Credited with a condition, a trust fund of kisses. 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 That I'm willingly loving in order to distribute to all my willingly loving allies and armies. So kisses got some dance, some brains, and some muscle with that. And to all my allies and armies of the D.G.A., throw it up, throw it up, throw it up. The Dancing Goddess Army, the International Integrated Dance League that I'm calling the creation for. Yes, goddess, yes, a goddess, yes, a goddess. G-O-D-D-E-S-S. G-O-D-D-E-S-S. Put them on a leash. If they bark too much, yep, shh, put them on a leash. If they bark too much, put them on a leash. If they bark too much, muzzle up. Ain't no dictator, but I'm a lion tamer. I'm a lion tamer. Ain't no dictator, but I'm a lion tamer. I'm a lion tamer. Ain't no dictator, but I'm a lion tamer. I'm a lion tamer. So can massage my allies and armies, can kiss, can wash feet, wash feet, wash feet. Want to give and receive pleasure and be for purpose and pleasure. This suffering, the depression, then to suicidal. This has a purpose, a purpose. And healing has required action, and there's required action in my everyday to admit certain things, to admit, yes, I get lustful. I'm not perfect, I got this and that. I can always learn every day. Elon Musk, Musk, Sheryl Sandberg, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg invite you to Dancing Goddess Army, to a live stream event for the financing, funding of the Dancing Goddess Army. You're gonna talk us some good tech, because we need North American collective integrated security, North American integrated security. We need North American integrated security. We're gonna talk the Dancing Goddess Army. We're gonna pick your brains. All those zeros and ones, pick your brains. All those zeros and ones, pick your brains. All those zeros and ones, but I'm gonna say the truth to you. And you know the truth. That also you gotta eat. And though that you eat is made, produced, and created, designed, first and foremost by the dance of the goddess with her brother, the sun. All the fruits, vegetables, and legumes are made, created, and produced and designed by the dance of the goddess with her brother, the sun. I'm gonna say that to you, Bill Gates. Love you, my astral brother. Love you, kiss you, hug you. We need those brains. Microsoft, D.G.A. needs you. The Dancing Goddess Army needs you. Elon Muskie. Gonna play Elon Musk up on the musket rocket. Let's go Artemis. Let's go Artemis. Let's go Artemis. I do wanna say grateful. Thank you. Love you. Kiss you, NASA. And of course, by de facto collaboration, thousands of people's love you, kiss you, hug you, trillions of kisses, millions of kisses. Elon Musk, starting who plays a role in Artemis, NASA collaboration, some JPL, Jack Parsons, JPL, Jack Parsons, the and the liquid fuel with rockets, right? And there's a collaboration, participation, and a partnership. And so, thank you, love you, kiss you, NASA, for naming the current project. Go, Artemis, go, Artemis, go, Artemis, go. Project Artemis. Project Artemis. Project Artemis. Project Artemis. Naming the rocket after a goddess. Naming the rocket after a goddess. First time in what? When was it launched? In 60s and 70s. Project NASA. Apollo began. So we could say close to 60 years now. Maybe even, yeah, close to 60 years. Maybe, let's say more than 50 years. No project has been named after a goddess. We're all named after a god. G-O-D. Yes. The sun is divine, holy, sacred, and divine, of course. You don't see, no. Sun, coast to coast, all that life, light, and life and heat. The sun is also divine, sacred. So it's cup of coffee is divine, sacred, and divine. It's like my little feet, little hands, little androgynous cock. It's also divine. His hair is divine. Sanctify a poem. Artemis, go. Thank you, NASA, for naming the project, current project, after a goddess. Overdue, long time overdue. But spiritually, of course, if we only say God, the equation is not complete. If we only say God, the equation is lacking, is not complete. If we only say God, the equation is not complete. That's why 2 plus 2, I write it in black and white and rainbow. That's why 2 plus 2, I write it in black and white and rainbow. That's why 2 plus 2, I write it in black and white and rainbow. And the emotions and the feelings matter. The subconscious, we have subconscious biases, yes. I have them. I deal with them. Have aggression. I channel and sublimate. 2 keywords of my philosophy. Channeling and sublimating. Admitting. Oh, I have this. I lack these skills. I lack this and that. I feel jealous sometimes, you know. Maybe my diatribe, not diatribe really, because really ask for participation, collaboration to love you, Rihanna, kiss you, hug you, but maybe subconsciously say, Rihanna, the Super Bowl, she already made her money. You already made your money. Let some other artists eat. I don't know why they so selfish. They just dying to starve vaginas. No, they so selfish. I don't know. They don't want kisses. They say God never got it. I don't want it. La 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 blah 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 blah. Tra la 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 blah 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 blah. Where's the dancing? Where's the stretching? Where's the kissing? Where's the I love you farmers? I love you farmers. I love you farmers. That's what I'm gonna say at the fucking Super Bowl. Dancing. I love you farmers. Love you truckers. Love you butchers. Love you bakers. Love you cooks. Love you. We salute farmers. Love you. Kiss you bakers, butchers. Yep. Love you. Kiss you railway workers. Love you. Kiss. So I'm gonna shoot. Rihanna, make way. Let Priestess Hannah do you dance, or we do half. What do you say? You already made your millions. God damn it. Got love for you, but god damn it. There's somebody. Maybe is it jealousy that's driving me? Perhaps subconsciously analyzing it. We chew our nails, right? We gossip. Because we feel mediocre, right? Sometimes we feel inferior sometimes to something. Listen, I am inferior. I am mediocre. I am average in comparison to farmers. Although did urban farming, did some, but when I see the truckers, wow. Yeah, truck. Let me give you a hug. Wow. Fucking cool, bro. Grateful, thankful. The farmers, love you, kiss you, hug you. That's what I should sing at the Super Bowl. Love you, kiss you, hug you, farmers. Love you, hug you, butchers. Love you, kiss you, hug you, truckers, farmers, butchers, bakers, doctors, nurses, grocery store clerks, and the warehouses workers in those steel toe boots, and the plumbers, and the dock workers, and the pilots, and the conductors of those choo-choo train with that freight train. Yep, with that freight train on the train lane. With the farmers and the butchers, and even the strippers, even the strippers, even the strippers. Strippers is a dance. Stripping is a dance form. Please give the farmers and the truckers and the cooks and the butchers and the bakers a discount. Please, strippers, give the farmers and the butchers and the bakers a discount. Please, strippers, give the farmers and the butchers and the bakers and the cooks a discount. Half price. Charge the Wall Street triple. Charge the Wall Street triple. Charge the Wall Street triple. I know, la la la, tra la la, blah blah blah, chewing our nails and stuff. I know, gossiping. It's better to sometimes stay direct. Sometimes I'm not perfect. I gotta clean my own room. I gotta clean. I'm not perfect. I'm a piece of shit sometimes. I'm a piece of shit sometimes. I admit, sometimes I can be a piece of shit. I've been toxic. I have toxicity. It requires action, working out, training, exercising, and admitting that we have some biases and prejudices while accepting that we lack some skills, we lack some competency, we lack some merit and some other things, and then taking some action, admitting all these things. I don't have all the solutions. I have some solutions with some philosophy and some art and some loving first and foremost. Called it D.G.A. That's my dream. D.G.A. Dancing Goddess on. What I want to see. What want the creation of this new institution organization to be complementary in a covenant and cooperative way, of course, with the Dragan army. So the D.G.A. to be for pleasure and purpose. And that is my call to all. The mission statement is to be for pleasure and purpose. Pleasure because it's love to dance, love to dance, love to dance, and dancing is a sport. And the purpose to be for environmental action and education, because it requires some education and some knowledge and information and wisdom and understanding of knowledge in order to apply the knowledge and to take the action necessary. For example, what goes in the recycling, what doesn't go in the recycling, for individual citizens to do their part by the education, with organizations and institutions in collaboration that have the knowledge and have some experience, have some experience, have some experience. I'm always learning more, and how we can clean the oceans, how we can plant trees if trees are being cut, how we can plant, and how we can work with all other institutions and organizations, even the sports leagues of the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB, for Petrarca Sports League, the D.G.A. Dancing Goddess Army, to be an international integrated dance league, official name IIDL, the International Integrated Dance League, officially the Dancing Goddess Army, to be for pleasure and purpose. And please, although nobody's watching, one and go, one to win and go, this deserves to be heard by millions. With consent, hug like you never hugged before today. With consent, hug like you never hugged before today. With consent, hug like you never hugged before today. What would you do if you would be the last day today? I'm gonna work out more. I'm gonna philosophize. I'm gonna poetry, poems, poetry, poetics. I'm gonna do. Do X, do Y, do Z, do, offer, want, receive, give and receive. Pleasure, purpose, purpose, pleasure, purpose, pleasure. And so the D.G.A. Dancing Goddess Army to be the International Integrated Dance League. The International Integrated Dance League. The International Integrated Dance League official name, calling all willing, loving supporters, volunteers. Remember, Priestess Hannah, Adrian Hannah Dragons, Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom are one. Adrian Hannah Dragons, Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom are one. Adrian Hannah Dragons, Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom are one. It's like two sides to a coin, the sun and the moon, and the Dancing Goddess Army to be complementary, cooperative, and covenant with the Dragan Army, officially the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, that I'm calling the creation ASAP, ASAP today. Maybe 3 p.m. somebody will commission, donate for yours truly to buy these necklaces. I can pay my debt, $10,000 in debt. I'm in debt. $10,000 in debt to the RBC. I got debt. $10,000 in debt to the RBC, and pay more interest because the Bank of Canada, many central banks, the Federal Reserve, and the European Central Bank, they hike, hike the interest rate. So the interest, because the debt itself is not so bad, but the interest can be, the interest that we pay can be the interest. My call, protocol, policy is, after we implement the triple trinity, citizen integration theory, debt fusion theory, democratic fusion theory, via the fourth dimension LOV, that trinity to be implemented by love. Love is action, and of course, not just blah blah blah, to be implemented by the fourth dimension love, CIT, citizen integration theory, debt fusion theory, and democratic fusion theory. The triple trinity, CIT, DRT, and DFT. democratic fusion theory, death row fusion theory, and citizen integration theory. That trinity of theories to be implemented via the fourth dimension LOV, love is action. And of course, created by the public-private partnership, the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions of the International Integrated Dance League, aka the Dancing Goddess Army, with the International Citizen Integrated Social Security and Service Force, aka the Dragon Army, to be for service and security, and the Dancing Goddess Army to be for pleasure and purpose. The Dancing Goddess Army is for environmental education and integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations that exist, such as the NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB. Please, 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 CEOs and athletes, multi-millionaire athletes, since let's face it, the patriarchal sports leagues do not make way more. There's not even one women's sports leagues, which makes even close economically, financially, commercially to what the aforementioned make economically, financially, commercially, that is. Economically, financially, commercially, to what the aforementioned make. Economically, financially, commercially. Economically, financially, commercially. Money. Not even close. Will they support? Just blah 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 blah. No food, no lettuce, no bacon, better lettuce. Dance, let us love. Let us dance, do, appreciate, be thankful, grateful, yep. So I should be at the Super Bowl halftime. Priestess Hannah dances on Rihanna. I'm gonna bust. I'm gonna say, thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, butchers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, truckers, bakers, nurses, doctors. Thank you, love you, kiss you, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors. Love you, kiss you, bakers, butchers, lovers, doctors, nurses, doctors, warehouse workers, construction workers. Thank you, love you, kiss you. Bakers, butchers, construction workers, dock workers, love you, kiss you, hug you. Dock workers, nurses, and farmers, railway workers, choo-choo, railway workers, choo-choo, railway workers, choo-choo train, that freight train, the truckers, butchers, bakers, nurses, cleaning workers, sanitation workers, yep, city workers, infrastructure, building the roads, and the potholes, filling them up, those workers everywhere, yep. That's what I should be singing at the Super Bowl. For the workers of the collective North American civilization. Farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, plumbers, electricians, doctors, daycare workers, railway workers, dock workers, construction workers, plumbers, electricians, all involved in the production and distribution of food. How much coffee do you think is being transported now? Thank you, love you, kiss you, those truckers on the roads now and across the collective North American civilization going east, west, north, south, with so much coffee, so many potatoes, so much milk, so many goods and dairy goods, and the grocery store clerks XYZ in all the stores coast to coast, and throughout the collective North American civilization. We also need some benefits, some loving. And love is also action. And the D.G.A., the Dancing Goddess Army, officially the International Integrated Dance League. The International Integrated Dance League. To be integrated with all existing public and private organizations and institutions, and to be for dual purpose and pleasure. Purpose for the environment, environmental action and appreciation of farming and environmental action, and of course to attain harmony between nature and civilization. The overall general mission statement goal is to attain harmony between civilization and nature. The overall general mission statement is to attain harmony between civilization and nature by action, by doing, and also by philosophy and education. For example, what can go in the compost, what doesn't go. At the citizen level, myself as an individual citizen, you, me, and all of us, you, me, and all of us, you, me, and all of us, and so to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations, to make sure to encourage and to encourage composting and better recycling, for example, at sports arenas, stadiums of the NFL, arenas of the NHL, venues of the NBA, and baseball stadiums. Encourage more recycling, Encourage the cups to be compostable, more compostable compost projects across the collective North American civilization, better recycling, more solar power, more electric cars, everything that's more environmentally climate friendly. Encourage and foster more public transit, more public transit. Love you, kiss you, hug you, bus drivers, public workers in the public transportation system across the collective North American civilization, from the buses to the trains to the subways going underneath. In Hawk Island, Montreal, we have a subway system, metro system. In New York, there's a subway system, metro system. Please increase in hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. Please increase in hygiene in public. Now going east, west, north, south, coast to coast. There's so many trucks, so many goods. Coffee. How many bags of coffee do you think? 1,000 kilos, 1,000 tons. A ton is 1,000 kilos, right? 1 ton is 1,000 kilos. 1 ton is 1,000 kilos. How many you think are coming to Montreal? Maybe XYZ, going with the potatoes, going with all those food supply chain supplies from the docks. Thank you, love you, kiss your dock workers from Montreal, dock workers to all East Coast and the West Coast. West Coast, we got 2 oceans, Atlantic, Pacific. Atlantic is that way, Pacific is that way, and 1 border. And we form a collective North American civilization. So first and foremost, the Dancing Goddess Army, D.G.A., officially the International Integrated Dance League, my dream, to be for the collective North American civilization first. For this collective North American civilization first. For the collective North American civilization, and for the world, that means. I am hoping for world peace, calling for world peace, international justice, global, a new system, a post-COVID economic, social, financial, political, commercial, philosophical, and even spiritual system for pleasure and purpose, calling for a new system. Post-COVID economic, social, financial, political, commercial, social, spiritual, philosophical, new system for pleasure and purpose. A post-COVID, that's what I'm calling for, a post-COVID economic, philosophical, financial, political, commercial, spiritual, philosophical system for pleasure and purpose. Because the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. Let's stretch the neck a bit. Neck. Already feel much better. Starts to wake up moody, XYZ, you know, those negative feelings and emotions. But I've conquered depression. I have conquered depression. And please, if you see the children do a push-up, applaud the children, encourage the children, cheer on the children to do another one, encourage them to do another push-up. If you see the children do a squat, applaud, cheer the children on, and encourage them to do another squat. If you see the children do a pirouette, applaud, cheer them on, and encourage the children to do another pirouette. If you see them doing even dancing, or any form of exercise, cheer them on, applaud, and encourage them to do some more exercising. Because exercising, working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. While admitting that we feel the feelings matter, emotions matter sometimes. We have subconscious biases, prejudices, XYZ, factors unknown, subconscious forces which move us, sometimes revealed in irrational dreams full of irrational aberrations which reveal hidden fears, hidden lusts, hidden fears, hidden lusts, hidden fears, hidden lusts, hidden desires which we repressed. No need for repression. Channel and sublimate. Sublimate and channel. Sublimate and channel. Sublimation and channel into constructive activities. Stretch a bit. Why am I feeling so moody? I'm gonna massage, no kisses, and maybe I'm jealous at Rihanna. Am I jealous, Hannah? Are you jealous at Rihanna that you love? A little bit, maybe. Maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm jealous a little bit. Because Rihanna already got her money. And I'm the best singer, dancer, that's for sure, of this 2022. And we'll be next today, tomorrow, and this next days. And the next years. And the coming days. And the coming time, the best dancer ever to have ever lived. That's what I am fundamentally. Rihanna, yes. Rihanna, yes. Rihanna, yes. Love you, kiss you, hug you, blah, blah, blah. Priestess Hannah, the goddess, D.G.A., dancing goddess army. To dance the Super Bowl. Dance and rant. Should be a halftime partnership cooperation where you give us half. You give us half, or you give us half. The Dancing Goddess Army, the International Integrated Dance League. Dancing Goddess Army. International Integrated Dance League. Please, 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 today with consent. Hug like you never hugged before. Oh, yeah. Kiss like you never kissed before. Work out like you never worked out before. Train like you never trained before. Read like you never read before. Speaking of reading, we're gonna open the book again. We'll do some reading in a bit. We're gonna open the random books of politics, but first we'll discuss. We'll review the Dancing Goddess Army, aka officially the International Integrated Dance League. What is the International Integrated Dance League? Is my call to all. Call to all. 1-800 D.G.A. Dancing Goddess Army number. Set up 1-800 Dancing Goddess Army number. 1-800 Dancing Goddess Army number. Create a parallel, complementary covenantal cooperative institution to be integrated with all existing public and private institutions and organizations. Be for pleasure and purpose. Pleasure for the dancing is pleasurable. And apply that the body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. The philosophy that this body is a temple for pleasure and purpose. And of course, to encourage people in hygiene and better recycling. Be for purpose, for environmental climate change purpose. Environment, better, to do better recycling by education. Better recycling on the individual level to encourage, support citizens to do better recycling, better compost, and other public and private institutions and organizations such as XYZ corporations, fast food corporations, love you kiss you workers in the fast food, love you kiss you workers, workers in the fast food, workers in the fast food, love you kiss you argue. How many truckers are stopping now because they need to transport, need to go truck. Those making a cup of coffee with a cheeseburger, a salad, some fries for them. Thank you, love you kiss you, both of you. Hundreds now cross all this collective North American civilization from coast to coast, from coast to coast and north and south, coast to coast, so north and south and east, west, north, south. So to be for pleasure and purpose, to dance for pleasure for the environment, Dancing Goddess Army, to be integrated and collaborate, participate with all existing sports institutions and organizations. Please, multi-millionaire athletes and owners of the patriarchal sports leagues, NFL National Football League, NHL National Hockey League, NBA National Basketball Association, and MLB, please give 10% of what you made during COVID to women's sports leagues, please. I can't give because I'm in debt. $10,000 first. Need to pay my debt first, and if I make $1 million, I'll give half to my sister, which she deserves. I give half of it. Biz, are you? And so that is the call to all to support the D.G.A. Dancing Goddess Army, the International Integrated Dance League. Huh? Hey, that's a good idea. Is it that warm? Oh yeah, we'll come to open the one in the kitchen as well. Good idea. Thanks, we'll open it now. And open the window to let some fresh air because it's more degrees than it's not freezing. More degrees up in this lipstick. Lipstick, kiss it, hug it. Open the window, get some fresh air, freshen up. Get some fresh air, freshen up. from the sunlight, satellite, must we but a dancing goddess, east and west, north, south. For that Starlink, kiss it, NASA, kiss it, armies, kiss it, bless. Oh yeah, gonna let some nice wind come in. Come in the wind of healing, come in the wind of purification, come in the healing and prosperity, wind of healing, purification and prosperity for me and my sister. Come in, wind of healing, purification and healing and prosperity for me and my sister. Open the doors that we knock in. Open the doors that we knock in. NFL, knock, knock, knock. NHL, knock, knock, knock. Parliament of Canada, knock, knock, knock. NBA, knock, knock, knock. White House, knock, knock, knock. Pentagon, knock, knock, knock. Pentagon, knock, knock, knock. Stop. Elon Musk, knock, knock, knock. Twitter, knock, knock, knock. Facebook, knock, knock, knock. Corporations, knock, knock, knock. Corporations, knock, knock, knock. Corporations, knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Open the doors. Let the wind of healing, purification. Oh, we hear the children, hear the children, hear the children. Writing children's books. I'm writing children's books. I'm writing children's books. Need a literary agent. Need a literary agent. Need a literary agent. And now we're gonna do some reading. Like last time. Call all to the D.G.A. Reading set. Let it read. That's what's up. This is where we opened. We opened at random. This is where we opened. We opened at random. This is where we opened. We opened at random. We're gonna train the brain a little bit. Ah, fresh air, autumn, 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 autumn. Motto, autumn, autumn, motto. Green leaves are turning red. Green leaves are turning red. The green leaves are turning red. We're gonna read both pages, although this don't know what's the word, so we're gonna just flip the page before, right? See, link is Kropotkin Peter is his name. Kropotkin surname Peter, first name Kropotkin Peter, surname. A Russian aristocrat by birth. Kropotkin renounced his title in 1872 and henceforth devoted himself to the cause of social revolution, spending most of his later life in Western Europe and Britain. He embraced principle of libertarian communism. He embraced principles of libertarian communist anarchism. He embraced. I'm a pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist. I'm a pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist. I'm a pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist with their own theories. Citizen integration theory, CIT, debt refusion theory, DRT, and the democratic fusion theory. The trinity of theories of my own. So he's pro-labor universal revolutionary centrist and dancing goddess, priestess of the goddess. And that trinity of theories got the fourth dimension LOV and got those kisses. So he embraced principles of libertarian communism, communist anarchism, and expounded his idea in a number of influential works, including Conquest of Bread, 1892, Fields, Factories, and Workshops, 1899, and Mutual Aid, a Factor of Evolution in 1902. The expulsion of anarchists from the First International in 1872 opened up a wide split in the European revolutionary movement between anarchists and the followers of scientific socialism of Marx and Engels. Wow, we're learning something today. Maybe new, read about it in the past. Maybe knew about it, read it past, read about it, new, maybe new, past, new, maybe new, past, read it. And scientific socialism of Karl Marx and Engels. Kropotkin, that's the surname, Kropotkin, Kropotkin, continued to criticize It's good to criticize, but criticize constructive criticism, constructive criticism, constructive criticism. What do you offer, huh? As an alternative, huh? Yes, I can be toxic sometimes. I can be sometimes, but what if with constructive criticism? What do you offer as an alternative? Alternative, because do admit that at some things I am mediocre, at some things I am average, at some things I am so. While being great at philosophy, being excellent at dancing, I'm being super at kissing, with some brain and some muscle. While admitting that in certain circumstances, situations do lack some skills, knowledge a priori skills, knowledge, and understanding of some things, while do have some skills and competencies and some brain and some muscle in other things. So if you do criticize, constructive criticism best and alternative solution less. And Kropotkin continued to criticize what he considered to be the authoritarian and centralizing tendencies of Marxist theory. He continued to criticize what he considered to be the authoritarian and centralizing tendencies of Marxist theory. He continued to criticize what he considered to be the authoritarian and centralizing tendencies of Marxist theory, and offered an alternative vision of a new society based on principles of volunteerism. Well, do need some volunteers. Any volunteers? Love you, kiss you, volunteers. Blah 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 blah. Tra la la. Rihanna's still gonna sing in the Super Bowl just by herself. Already made your millions. Be this. Volunteerism, mutual aid, and federalist communitarianism. Volunteerism, mutual aid, and federalist communitarianism. Volunteerism, mutual aid, and federalist communitarianism. I can use you some volunteer for a good massage. That's right. A good massage, good massage. Volunteers out there, blah 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 blah. That's all I know. Kulak, 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 Kulak. In official Soviet parlance is in speech, Parlance, not a parlor. Parlor, pardon my parlance, pardon my parlance, pardon parlance my parlor, pardon my parlance. And the kulak was a rich peasant who exploited private labor. He was designated for liquidation of a class, and he was designated for liquidation as a class. He was designated for liquidation as a class. And in the 1930s, by Stalin during collectivization in the 1930s, by Stalin, by Stalin in the 1930s, during collectivization in the 1930s. Collectivization is a big word, big spelling. Collectivization. Collectivization. Collectivization in the 1930s. In practice, however, the kulak was frequently the best farmer. In practice, however, the kulak was frequently the best farmer whose destruction irrevocably harmed Soviet agriculture. Soviet agriculture, whose destruction irrevocably harmed Soviet agriculture. Wow. Soviet agriculture. Fire. Labor movement. L, 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 L. L, L with the L. We started the letter L. And the labor movement. Labour. 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 The labor movement. Pro-labor, pro-labor, pro-labor. Universal revolutionary centrist. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers, butchers. Thank you, love you, kiss you, farmers. Workers, past, present, and future of Hydro-Quebec. Thank you, love you, hug you, kiss you, farmers, truckers, butchers, bakers, railway workers, construction workers, dock workers, nurses, doctors, butchers, bakers, daycare workers, those workers in the warehouses with the brains and the muscles, and the dock workers and the truckers and the truckers and the truckers, and all the cooks, all the cooks, all the cooks, and all the electricians and the plumbers and the plumbers and the electricians and the plumbing electricians. Love you, kiss you, hug you, electricians, warehouse workers, dock workers, loading and unloading trucks, taking those loading and unloading the trucks. Labor movement, imprecise term, IMPRECISE, imprecise, that means not exact. Imprecise term referring to two ideas. First, the workers, love you, kiss you, hug you, workers, farmers, butchers, bakers, truckers, kiss you, nurses, doctors, nurses, daycare workers, booksters, electricians, plumbers, firefighters, public security workers, we love you, kiss you, hug you. And the butchers and the bakers and the bakers and the butchers and the truckers and the grocery store clerks and the warehouse workers and those making food and the sanitation workers, cleaning workers, sanitation workers, city workers, sanitation workers. Love you, kiss you, hug you. Especially blue or manual workers share common political and economic interests. Share common political and economic interests which may be advanced through organized trade union and political action. Secondly, that trade unions can form an effective alliance with left-of-center parties in parliament with the objective of forming a government in which workers' interests would be of central importance. Labor movements in Europe derive from the reaction of the newly urbanized workers to industrialization in the 19th century. Marxism made a powerful impact on the emergence of labor movements in continental Europe and led to the formation of socialist political parties. Germany, 1869, the first one. In Britain, the labor movement was reformist rather than revolutionary, and in the 19th century worked within the framework of the existing system of political parties. Labor Representation Committee formed 1900. Labor Party 1906. The labor movement was strongly internationalist in character. Emphasize I love hearing them. Youth, y'all have fun, man. I love hearing the teenagers and the youth love. Have fun, go crazy, have fun with consent and hygiene. Dance, hug, kiss, have fun, have fun, have fun. The labor movement was strongly international. It brings me joy to hear the youth joy. It brings me joy to hear the youth's joy. Teenagers having fun, running, doing XYZ, rapping, kissing, whatever. The labor, the labor movement was, yeah, have fun for me, man. Double for me. Oh, have fun for me. Have fun. We can make work fun. We can make work play. We can make work play. We can make work fun. We can make work fun. We can make work play. We can make work play. We can make work fun. Can we? The labor movement was strongly internationalist in character, emphasizing the shared interests between workers in different countries in opposing capitalist political regimes. However, in 1914, the socialist parties were swept up in a tide of nationalist fervor and, with the exception of a few individuals, supported the war efforts. After 1917, labor movements were strongly influenced by the success of the Russian Bolsheviks. However, the established socialist and labor parties almost immediately turned their back on the Third International, organized from Moscow to coordinate revolutionary activity by the international labor movement, and separate communist parties were formed. Socialist and communist parties were locked in conflict during the interwar period in some countries such as Britain, Germany, and the United States. Communists played a role within a single trades union movement. While in countries such as France, the communists controlled their own trade unions, which competed with socialist and Christian trades unions. After the after the Second World War, when anti-fascism provided, I'm an anti-fascist, provided an imperative, but I'm not a communist. I'm a pro-labor, universal revolutionary centrist with my theories, CIT, citizen integration theory, DRT, fusion theory, and democratic fusion theory, DFTN. Fourth dimension to that trinity, LOVE. Fourth dimension to that trinity, LOVE. Fourth dimension to that trinity, LOVE. And Christian traits. Labor movement again divided, and trade unions and socialist parties formed international organization divided on Cold War lines into pro and anti-communist groupings. Further weakening of the significance of the labor movement has occurred with the decline of manual employment and the declining influence of trades unionism on socialist parties, especially in government. In the United States, the concept of the labor movement has been much more seriously eroded by the divisions between the American Federation of Labor and the Congress of Industrial Organizations, conflicts between workers on grounds of race, the declining density of trade union membership, and the corruption of some union leadership. The idea of the labor movement was revived by the role played in the 1950s and 1960s in the third world by trades unions in the movements for freedom from colonial rule. However, post-independence, the idea of independent trade unionism representing the rights of workers vis-a-vis governments, which often proclaimed themselves to be socialist, was often difficult to carry into effect. So that is, and then we have the Labour Party from Britain. We're going to read one of the two parties which since Second World War have dominated the government of Britain, Britain after the Second World War. The Labour Party, see, they spell it with an O-U, L-A-B-O-U-R instead of L-A-B-O-R. Both are correct, depending on North American English, of course. We have North American English, which in pronunciation at least differs, of course, from Britain and Australian, but in writing is pretty much in parallel and quite the same. And so we have, well, that is a long one. Labour Party, we're going to rock and roll it. Just read a bit, maybe. Okay, Labour electoral successes have been much more limited than the Conservative Party, and the Labour Party has won a clear governing majority on only two occasions, 1945 and 1966. Interesting. But this was from when? Won a small majority with it consolidated in 1966, and in February 1974 it became the largest party but without an overall majority. In October 1974 it won a majority of 3 states, through by April 1976 by election defeats has removed the majority. For 9 months in 1977 the party governed on the basis of a parliamentary pact with the Liberal Party. The party traditionally presented its policies as socialist, emphasizing the importance of a large state-controlled sector of the economy, relatively high levels of taxation, and comprehensive state-organized welfare provision. Since the late 1980s, the party has turned towards social democratic policies that have given much more emphasis to the role of market mechanisms in the economy and with a lesser role for the state, which would confine itself largely to regulation rather than direct ownership or control of the economy. Symbolically, Tony Blair, elected leader in 1994, quickly announced his intention to abolish the party's clause 4, commitment to nationalization. Interesting. In office, Labour governments have been cautious and often preoccupied with external financial problems. Nevertheless, the first government of Clement Attlee, interesting surname, Attle, of 1945-1950 is widely credited with successful radical reform of the economy, managing transition from a war to a peacetime economy, establishing the welfare state, and laying down a foreign and defense policy of cooperation with the United States and development of nuclear weapons. The party's strategy since its formation, 1900, Labor Representation Committee, 1906, Labor Party, has been democratic and electoral, eschewing direct action as a route to political power. Its structure places responsibility for policy with the annual party conference, though in practice the parliamentary leadership, especially when the party is in government, enjoys considerable autonomy. Autonomy, Up to 1993, the party constitution offered a unique role for the trade unions which, through a process of affiliation, dominated the votes of the party conference, played a considerable role in the selection of parliamentary candidates, and had the largest share of the vote in the election of the party's leader and deputy leader. The trade union's power within the party is, however, declining, as evidenced by the exclusion of union leadership from any real say in the election of Tony Blair. Blair, B-L-A-I-R, surname Blair, as Labour leader in 1994. With consent, allies and armies hug like you never hugged before. With consent, allies and armies hug like you never hugged before. With consent and hygiene hug like you never hugged before.